about that.
I'm telling you, I am crazy about the patches. Okay, my biggest fear as a caregiver advocate with my caregivers is fear of the fall and over medication. And when I was introduced to these patches, I said, oh, two solutions right there. So I used to be a tripper, not that kind of tripper. Uh, and I would trip a lot. My dog yanked me or getting up a step or whatever. And I fell quite a few times and hurt myself. Well, I started wearing the Liberty patch 4 years ago, and I have not tripped. If you look at my shoes in my closet, you see pre-patch and after patch. Pre-patch, they're all scuffed up. After patch, they're brand new. And even after wearing it for that length of time, recently I just decided, what if I don't wear it for a couple of days? Oh yeah, not so smart, Linda. So I didn't wear it for 3 days and 2 times I tripped. I didn't fall, but 2 times I tripped. So I continue to be sold, and so do a lot of my caregivers. One of my caregivers recently sent me a message and she said, for the first time in 6 months, I'm not afraid to take a shower because I'm not afraid I'm going to fall. Huge, huge. I'm going to Egypt this year, and my cousin and her husband wanted to come, and she said, I don't think he can come. He had an accident about 4 years ago. He's still on a walker. I think it might be too much for him. About 6 months ago, he started wearing the Liberty patch. After 2 months, he was off his walker. After the third month, he was off his cane, and now he's coming to Egypt. So that just, it just touches my heart, the difference it can make. And that's a big thing going on a trip, but the difference it can make that about taking a shower. About taking a shower. So I love everything about the patches. I wear the Liberty patch every day. I also wear the Defend patch, which helps with your blood and all that stuff. And I've noticed with that is I have some allergies. And when I wear the Defend patch, my nose doesn't run. Voila.
Voila.
And then there's all the other patches. You know, I love the Peace patch. Recently, one of my caregivers, it was her mom's memorial. And she said, Linda, I don't want to cry through when I'm speaking. I don't want to cry through the whole thing. I said, here, try this patch. It was like 15 minutes before she had to speak. And she was cool for the rest of the day.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah. So I'm blown away by the patches. I think everyone should at least look into it. There's studies by doctors. I mean, this isn't a fly-by-night thing. You know, it's crazy. You know, they just put these big billboards up in Times Square
Right.
about Super Patch. And one of my relatives called me and she goes, all those patches must be working, because if they can put that billboard up in Times Square, they're selling millions of patches and helping millions of people.
Well, it's true.
Hell yeah. Really?
And we were talking the other day about the Lumi patch too, and I noticed your skin is really looking pretty nice.
I'm hoping so.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping so.
makes me happy to see that. That's great.
Yeah.
This
So
Florida sun is no joke.
no, and aging is no joke either.
All right. But that sun can really do you in, man. I've seen some skin, man, that down here. We
Yeah.
all need it. It really helps. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's just a variety of the focus patch. So my cousin, who her husband is coming to Egypt now, she does a lot of genealogy. You know, that can get like really intense and stuff. And she goes, on days when I know I have to do certain things, because she heads a genealogy department at the Largo Library. She says, I wear that focus patch. She goes, and I'm there. I'm right in there. You know, sometimes it's like, oh, which patch should I try today? You know, and then, oh my goodness. And then what about if you're in pain? The Freedom patch.
Yeah.
So I go to have lunch at my favorite Japanese restaurant. And the girl comes over and bringing the food over. You know, they have the dishes on them. And she said, oh, my arm hurts so bad. I can hardly even lift these dishes. I said, wait a minute. So first I did the demo with for the Liberty patch, because she needs balance too. And then I put a pain patch on her, Freedom patch on her. And about 15 minutes later, she comes by the table and she's like this with her arm. It's like, oh my goodness. She goes, and we have a lot of people hurting in this kitchen.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to meet them soon.
Awesome.
Because no one should be hurting.
Right.
No one should be hurting.
Oh.
So I strongly encourage everybody to, what's your website, Kim?
Mine is walkrunplay.info.
Go there, look at the studies, look at the stuff. Kim can help you, I can help you. Just do it, because if you do it, I swear, if you try one of the patches, you'll be doing one of these little live testimonials in another month or so.
It is amazing. I mean, and I love how, it's an answer to something you didn't think there was an answer for, the
Yeah,
over medication and the fall risk.
yeah.
And with just the Liberty patch alone, we can reduce fall risk by 8 times.
And inflammation.
Oh yeah,
Inflammation is the #1 killer.
yeah.
So if for that alone,
It's
that alone.
yeah, and it's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah. Well, when my stepmother had her hip surgery, my stepmother had hip surgery at 87 years old.
Mm.
And I said to her after the surgery, I was staying with her, I said, I want you to wear this Defend patch. And she doesn't take any medication. So
Mhm.
she's like, nah, nah,
Right.
voodoo.
I know.
And so I pull up from the website a report by an orthopedic surgeon that says that people that wear the Defend patch after a surgery recover 30% quicker.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, okay. And so she wore it. And when she went a couple of weeks later for her checkup, the doctor was like, oh my God, I can't believe how well you're doing at your age and everything. And that's it. So she sold.
Yeah,
She just started the Lumi now.
I have 2 friends who have had similar stories like that, where they just recovered so quick after like major shoulder surgery,
Yeah.
knee surgery. It's like we just have lots and lots of stories that corroborate that.
Yeah. So not only that they're recovering faster, they have less pain.
Yeah, pretty great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's pretty simple, but sometimes the simplest things are the hardest.
Well, it wasn't simple to make it, but it's real simple to use, and that's the beauty of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just the idea of no medication,
Hmm.
nothing invasive, nothing. That is because everyone can try it then. Because a lot of times people don't want to try something because, oh, it might interfere with this or it might interfere with this. It's not going to interfere with anything. The only thing it's going to do is make you feel better.
Right. That's it.
Is make you feel better.
A simple message, but you tell it very well, and I appreciate you coming on and this giving us a little taste of your perspective and how it's helped you and the people that you love, and that's what we do. That's the
Yeah.
whole business that we're in, is helping ourselves first, and when we help everybody else that we love and care about and run into in life.
Yeah.
Great life, right? It's great.
Yes.
Super fun. Yeah,
I always say life is good and getting better all the time.
truly is. Yeah. So you have a delicious day yourself, and I
Thank
will.
you, my friend.
And thank you,
All right.
Steve.
We'll chat soon.
Yes, absolutely. Bye bye now.
Bye.